Purge. Now the plot for The Purge is how crime is legal for about 12 hours straight with no cops, no EMTs, no ambulances, no anything. No help for 12 hours. You can do anything you want with no interference from the cops or anything. Now, where I live at, you don't need that type of law to be passed for that to be done, especially in New York. Now, when I first saw the trailer for The Purge, I thought the concept of the movie looked pretty interesting. Now, this movie stars Ethan Hawke and other actors I don't even know the name of. But the acting in this movie was solid. And honestly, I really enjoyed this movie. Now, going into this movie, I knew what to expect. The characters were underdeveloped. You know, some of the movie was predictable. But in all honesty, I had a good time with The Purge because it was entertaining throughout. And this movie kind of reminded me of one of Jodie Foster's old movies called Panic Room, because it had the same similarities to that film and same concept a little bit to that movie as well. Now, like I said before, the characters are underdeveloped. Now, the main antagonist in this movie, when he was on screen, he did a good job for what he had, because the script did not allow him to branch out the way he could have been. He had this sick type of twisted smile in this movie, and it's like really twisted. Kind of remind me a little bit of the Joker, but you can tell this guy was something really wrong with him. Now this movie is like a horror movie. Now, for me personally, I consider horror movies like Halloween, Friday the 13th, and the Freddy movies. So when I think of horror movies, I think of those movies. And can you consider this movie a horror movie? Yes and no. I'll say somewhat you consider this a horror movie. Now, does it scare you? For me, I wasn't scared throughout the movie because it takes a lot for me to be scared, and the old movies do it, and the old horror movies do it for me. So anything now when it comes to scariness, I really much don't get scared for, because I'm used to the old horror movies. Now this movie's kind of predictable because it tries to scare you with jump scares, and some of the jump scares were okay, but for me, it didn't do nothing for me because I kind of expected where they're supposed to scare us at, where they weren't supposed to scare us at. So it's kind of predictable on that note. But all honesty, I thought that The Purge was an enjoyable film, entertaining throughout. Now some of the scenes I thought could have been picked up a little better than what it was, but I can live with that. Now, is it a great movie? No. Is it a bad movie? By all means, not. No, it's not. I think The Purge is a good, solid movie that is very enjoyable. That I wouldn't say go rush out to go see, but it's a movie that you can catch a matinee for, because it's a pretty good movie, and I think it's something to hold us over until this is the end. And a little movie called Man of Steel. Who heard of Superman in the first place? Now, The Purge is a good, enjoyable, solid movie. That's why I'm gonna give The Purge a good, solid 3 out of 5 stars. A good, solid time at the movie. So, if you like this review, please rate, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, Movie Nation.